Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and before we get into the topic of Israel now announcing they are shooting their fourth shot, and no, that's not lingo for social media, and some kid getting crushed by Logan Paul in a weird video and then crying in a car. It's not what we're talking about. Before we get there, I do want to say this. I'm going to try to keep this brief and as unemotional as I possibly can, okay? As you guys know, my cousin was immediately put on a ventilator, only 30 years old, over at St. Luke's Hospital. I want to put them on blast in New York. And basically, he was almost killed, okay? It looks like he's going to be on kidney dialysis possibly for the rest of his life. He did come off that. I believe it was about a week ago. My aunt didn't make it. She's gone today, and I just want to say that I love you. And we're going to just do this thing because, people have to understand how crazy it is right now. So I'm going to pull back, all right? We're going to talk about this subject because it is so serious. Because the third booster they've announced for you here is not the only one. I want to repeat this again and again and again for everybody out there. They told you, and when I say they, I mean representatives of the predator class, like Bill Gates in interviews, told you there would be 3 to 5 shots, and then it would be much like the flu shot, either annually or biannually. This never ends. Let me repeat that. This never ends. The more you acquiesce to their fourth industrial revolution, their predator class UBI, automation nation slavery model under medical martial law. And as reality is denied with Bernaysian slogans of slavery that the masses chant, like safe and effective and pandemic of the unvaccinated, we slide into a tyranny that is very real, and if it has not already, will infect us all. Period. And when I say infect, I mean it. I don't mean just affect, because there's no way that you could have lived through the last year and a half and not been affected somehow, some way by this whole COVID-1984 madness. I want to promise you that. Okay? But when I say infected, I mean infected to our very soul of humanity, our very way of life, beyond just our Constitution and Bill of Rights. Okay? So this one's going to be a heavy one, but it's going to be reality-based. We do reality-based content here. Sometimes you got to put the big boy pants on and just deal with it. So, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. As you guys know, been fully demonetized on YouTube for a long time now. I don't even really care. We don't do everything. There will be an uncensored portion of this video at the very end, and I'll let you know when we go there, but that won't be at YouTube because there are just certain subjects we can't talk about. Luckily, so far, we could talk about this one. Hopefully, it's not going to get pulled, but we'll see. You never know. Rockfin. This is how we're doing it. This is how we're not just, surviving during this madness. We're thriving. We're getting bigger. We're getting better. We just started the LLC here, and we're going to grab a building, and we're going to go hard. So if you want to support me, one of the best ways to do so is premium content on Rockfin. You get a year subscription for $100 now. It's $20 off. You endorse Jason Bermas, you get everybody. The GoFundMe, another great way to do it. Odyssey, thank you for backing me up because you never know. I may not be on YouTube tomorrow. You never know what's going to push that button, right? And as the anniversary of 9/11 is upon us, Loose Change, Final Cut, and Fabled Enemies are very relevant right now. And believe me, Invisible Empire and Shade the Motion Picture, you're going to want to see those too. But we're less than a week away from the 20th anniversary. So make no mistake, the propaganda is going to be heavy, and it's already been so heavy. This is why we're in the situation we're in now, by the way. If you don't understand 9/11, okay, then you don't understand how we got here. You don't understand how they eviscerated everything that was left of our Constitution and Bill of Rights, everything that was left of the purity of this country, And we went into a globalist predator class quagmire. It's not really a quagmire, where we built black sites, we enslaved people, we caused a mass genocide, we put up predator drones, we used biometrics. I mean, we legitimized mercenaries everywhere. The list continues. We empowered the United Nations more than ever. No big deal, right? Israel's planning to administer its fourth COVID shot, which could be adjusted to fight new variants. Oh, they're going to adjust it every time now. Because they had such a hugely successful rollout, right? Let me show you how huge and successful their rollout was. Let me just bring this down here. Now, I don't speak the language. That's why we have the subtitles here, okay? Now, you can say that this is going to be with Dr. Kobi Haviv. It's about 3 weeks to a month old, okay? The director of Herzog Hospital in Jerusalem. Okay, let's see what he has to say.
חביב הוא מנכ"ל המרכז הרפואי הרצוג.
שלום סיוון.
ורק נזכור, אני מבינה שמרבית החולים מחוסנים גם...
Oh, wait. I understand that most of the patients are booped, and even severe patients. Now, think about that. We did the De La Hoya story. He could barely bring his neck up. That's an athlete. He's not 50 years old. He was about to box Vitor Belfort. He's got the double shot. I mean, let's play what he says. But he says exactly. Naturally occurring, old people, most of them booped.
גם החולים הקשים.
מטבע הדברים, אנשים מבוגרים רובם מחוסנים, רוב האוכלוסייה מחוסנת, ולכן...
Most of the population is. And 90%, 85 to 90 of the hospitalizations here are what? Oh! But that's in Israel. It must be an alternate reality.
90%, 85-90% מהמאושפזים אצלנו הם חולים שעברו את חיסון באופן מלא. כן, החיסון לצערי, כמו שמדברים, היעילות שלו מתפוגגת.
It's effectiveness waning. Oh, outbreaks in hospitals? Oh, okay. All right. Safe and effective, though, right? Edward Bernays says. Now, let me show you what's really going down, okay? As I warned you in this country, and when it's all said and done during the year, there will be more deaths, it looks like. Why? Because we have more cases and twice as many hospitalizations as last year during this time. I mean, again, now the numbers are starting to come out. And remember, this woman, this young girl, thought that she might have had a bad reaction after she took something, right? She received her first boopity on August 11th, but soon began to feel unwell and initially believed the symptoms were a side effect of the boop, but obviously not. She just didn't have both shots, she thinks, because, you know what, she ended up positive just 3 days later after the shot. Couldn't have been from the shot, right? We live in that reality where we can't say that had anything to do with it, right? And then on the 25th, she goes in there, right? And no, she's got a small blood clot on her lung. Just today, I'm not going to blow the person up, but he's on Facebook. Matthew, if you follow me on Facebook, you can go see this post. Within, I believe it was, what was it? 3 days, not even 3 days, 36 hours he was in the hospital after his second shot, something with his heart that may or may not have been caused by that. And he actually still is saying you might want to take it. After this guy is, he's been a Facebook friend forever. This isn't on any other social media. This is his personal page posted within the hour. I don't want to put him on blast, but I'm going to bring up just a picture because you won't even be able to see his face. Let's see, guys. Thumbs this up, subscribe, and share. Because we have to live in a reality that, isn't just, Bernaysian propagated talking points. We have to grow up. This will and has affected so many of us. Okay? Man, he's got his card right here. But, man, I don't want to show that either. I'm going to open an image in a new tab. Okay? There we go. So this way you won't be able to see his name and you won't be able to see him. But there he is. There he is. And we're going to go back. And let me just see if I can bring up the other one. And just so you see what he's got on his chest now. Let's do that too. And then I'm just going to X all these out. That's on his chest now. See, that wasn't on his chest before he had a little card that gets him into concerts and things. I just want to point that out. All right, so you won't see that anywhere else on social media unless you're friends with that person or you go over to my Facebook and you fact check me. Would you like to fact check me? Is that what this is all about, fact checking? No, let me tell you what it's really about, okay? It's a never-ending medical martial law tyranny into the fourth industrial revolution. And we're going to play you some Klaus Schwab. We're going to play you some World Economic Forum propaganda. We're going to let you know it's not only about medical martial law tyranny, but once people accept that, it'll all be worked into climate change and reducing your carbon footprint, where human beings are icky, gooey, and bad, and a transhumanist movement is upon us. Now, a lot of people missed this right here. This $6.5 billion for new health agency to speed treatments. It's DARPA, folks. It's the Defense Department. He says he's going to cure cancer. You know, Jesus Christmas himself, Joey B., the zombie in office, zombie Biden, is going to cure cancer with the Defense Department. It's right there. No one's talking about this stuff. Why not? And meanwhile, you know, you think this trans movement is about equal rights? No, it's about transhumanism. Women like men will sign up for the draft. Okay? They're taking away our identities. And you can say, well, the women are in the military. First of all, I'm not sure I'm down with the draft anyway, especially when we have a federal government that is as criminal as the one we currently have and have had in office, a military-industrial complex so bloodthirsty they can't be trusted. Okay? Period. So, what I want to do here is I want to play Schwab. Okay, this is 2020 with Schwab. And again, it's not in our language, but people need to understand this isn't 2020, this is 2016, where he lets you know. These are transhumanists. Today, at the end of all this, we are talking about chips that can be implanted. They're going to be everywhere, he says. He loves the nanotech. And we are in the bio-nano era right now. Bio-nano quantum era, by the way.
Lui, au bout de ça, on parle de puces qu'on pourra s'implanter. Ce sera quand ça?
When will it be, Klausy? This is in the beginning of 2016, now over 5 years ago.
Certainement dans les 10 années.
In the next 10, oh.
Et d'abord, on va
And we will implant them in your clothes. He's such a good guy, this Klaus Schwab.
les implanter dans nos vêtements, c'est-à-dire wearables, comme on le dit. Et après, on pourrait s'imaginer...
Oh, in our brains and in our skin. Look at, lovely. Lovely. Oh, thank you, Elon Musk, and your DARPA frontman Neuralink bullshit.
Qu'on les implante dans nos cerveaux ou dans nos topos. Et à la fin...
And in the end, maybe there will be a direct communication between our brain and the digital world in the end. Please, they can't get that in place quick enough to really get in there and just that final stomp on humanity. That final stomp. Goodbye, human beings. I am Klaus Schwab.
Peut-être il y a une communication directe entre notre cerveau et le monde digital. Ce que nous voyons, c'est une sorte de fusion.
Oh, a fusion of the physical, digital, and biological world. And remember, he says in his book, COVID-19, The Great Reset, you know, it's on the cover. It's on the cover. That this COVID-19 84 that we're all experiencing, that's going to be the root of it, right? That's going to be the daddy pants that brings it in. And then we're going to play this World Economic Forum propaganda they put out this month. I think it was like a couple weeks ago, okay? And what are we keeping from the pandemic? What did you love about being a slave? I mean, my goodness.
Du monde physique, digital et biologique.
On appelle quelqu'un, on n'a même plus le réflexe de devoir prendre un appareil, ça se fait naturellement.
Oh, it's just done naturally. Just continues through your body. Great.
Oui, vous parlez et vous dites...
I want to be connected.
Être connecté avec n'importe qui. Et d'abord, vous avez les robots.
Oh, you'll have personalized bots. Oh, his little robots. The automation is first. Look, they're trying to sell you on a virtual world. They're trying to sell you on less and less and less. They want you not to own anything, right? They want you not to own anything and be happy. Meanwhile, I've got to watch more. You know, we did that one episode on tardive dyskinesia from all the depression meds you're taking where you're shaking and stuff. There's like more drugs. I'm watching more of these commercials. I mean, these tardive dyskinesia commercials are so dystopic. It just aligns perfectly with the fact that, you know, we're going through COVID-19 84. Like late night, I can't tell you how many of these commercials are for either meds or shots. Meds or shots. Meds or shots. Meds or shots.
Personnalisé, et j'ai vu que M. Zuckerberg a prédit qu'à la fin de l'année, il va avoir son robot, son butler personnalisé qui est à sa disposition.
Oh, it's at his disposal. Yes, Zuckerberg, he does what he wants. You know, instead of a personal robot butler, it's our servant, our slave.
Dans Downton Abbey, on aura son butler personnel, son serviteur, son esclave.
Don't worry, the robots can't
il y a
feel
une
yet.
différence. C'est un serviteur qui, avec l'intelligence artificielle, apprend.
See this? This is the automation stuff that gets slipped in here. You get it? Are you getting it yet? Are you there yet? By the way, only 107 thumbs. Can we get a couple hundred thumbs? I mean, this is serious. The shots never end, folks. They never end. And this is the architecture. This guy who says China's going to be in charge, right? This guy, Klaus Schwab, is going to be the architecture that brings this all in. All right? We're going to just skip over the automation stuff. Don't worry, you'll have your UBI, right? Yay. 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 Let's see. There we go. All right. So, this is the pandemic could reshape our lives in the long term, guys. You know what? I don't know if I want the music. We're going to mute the music. Okay? So we can just kind of go over their little propaganda here. Oh, offices. We're reimagining everything. Remember, Biden's plan is to build back better. Oh, different functions. Wear your slave mask. There's showrooms. Oh, and there's QR codes and hand sanitizer everywhere. Great. 15-minute spaces. Yeah, neighborhood hubs could replace some of the perks you miss by not coming to an office. Oh, isn't that nice? Gyms, bars, art galleries, live in your slave boxes. Oh, everything could just be 15-minute walk, so you don't need a car. And because you're really not going to need a car, because we're going to tell you when you can travel. That's what we do. Cloud markets. Oh, we don't want you congregating, the whole bar business, the restaurant stuff. We don't love it. Oh, no. Yeah, ghost kitchens. They're just delivered takeaway meals. Yeah, it used to be just takeout. It used to be fast food. Oh, it's popular. It exploded during lockdowns. DoorDash. Oh, and then cloud markets on your smartphone, your slave phone. Analytics-driven service that license and deliver food from a range of brands. Remember, we did the watch-along with Zombie Joe the other day. A lot of people missed a lot of things. They got the Defense Department on the West Coast now for the fires. They got Homeland Security, right, and the Defense Department in large regions where Ida hit, all right, using their satellite gear and their drones. When was the mainstream media going to tell you that drones are up in the air from Homeland Security, surveilling the area? Not the little small guys. You understand? And then he said this, that they're going to be regulating how much human drivers can drive for a slew of different goods. Food, energy. We went over them. Automation coming now. You're a slave. We'll tell you how. World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab. Yeah. Oh, my heartbeat. See, this is where NASA gets involved, and we love NASA so much for telling all of us that this is coming, right? With all the telecommuting and the teleshopping, right? And how we hit the bio-nano era magically in 2020, right? I mean, we did it. Biorevolution applications. Oh, really? Are we not? There it is right there. Yeah, automating industry. That was this is a 2001 document, by the way. How did that happen? Let's see if Nano. It's like right in the beginning. Maybe I was too far over. Yeah, gotta be. The ages of mankind. By the way, NASA, DARPA. Look, DARPA right at the top, huh? CIA. Right? And they just predicted back then in 2001 the bio-nano era would be in 2020 when they started ejecting people with bio-nanotechnology. Crazy. Crazy. Thanks, Dennis Bushnell, the guy that went on tour with this and told us that, it's Malthus 101. We might institute some population control. We've put brain chips in 10,000 people back, over a decade ago. That's your guy right there. Huh. And now NASA, instead of facial recognition, because they want you in a slave mask all the time, can identify your heartbeat. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Forget about facial recognition. We're going to use NASA tech to detect you by your heartbeat because it's that unique. Oh, slavery, here it comes. Oh, heartbeat lasers. Great, NASA. Thanks. And listen, your children, they're going to be our slaves too. They act like there's going to be like a human on the other side. No, they want full AI, full slavery, full domination. One answer, Eric Schmidt style. Huh? You want to get Schmitted? Huh? Yeah. You want that Schmitten? Oh, look at that. Oh, digital tools. They can learn at their own pace. No, they need socialization, okay? They need to take masks off. They need to be in person, okay? They need extracurricular activities. And unfortunately, so many of us are now just going to have to build these communities because these people are coming for your kids boop boop style. When we're talking the fourth in Israel like we did with the beginning of this, that's just the beginning. They're coming for the kids now here. Believe it. They're coming for they're letting you know. This is the World Economic Forum propaganda. They're coming all the way. Oh, it's hybrid schools, home-based learning. See, you're wearing your mask outside because you're a slave. Because you're a slave. That's why the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was put in charge of education in New York as the slavery was rolled out. That's why Eric Schmidt was given the smart cities as the slavery was rolled out. That's why Michael Bloomberg was given contact tracing in New York as the slavery was rolled out. It's here. It's here. They're coming. I mean, we're combining the best. Everybody's so happy. Riding a bike by yourself on a mask outside. What could be permanent? I mean, what did you like about the lockdowns? The pandemic? What would you like to become permanent? None of it. I'd like you all in prison. I'd like you all in prison for crimes against humanity. And now I'm going to get to say why. And a lot of people know why. So here's the deal, guys. We're going over to Rockfin. Okay, rockfin.com/Jason Bermas. You make a free account. Follow me. Thumbs up. Great. Great. You get a premium, you get everybody's premium content. But we can't talk about what we're about to talk about right now, right here on this program on YouTube. So, YouTube, we're going to have to say goodbye. I absolutely love you guys. Down below are other ways that you can support me, but rockfin.com, they've got the app, Ray Token. Don't sleep on Ray. It's still hovering in that 2+ range. I think it could go to 5 easy, maybe even 10. Before the end of the year. That's not advice. That's not a prediction. I've just seen it in the past. And by the way, it powers free speech. Get it on Uniswap right now in your Coinbase wallet. RAE token. It's an ERC20. It powers free speech. And we're going over there right now because, look,